Okay, today we're going to make some banana bread, and I'm going to show you how to take regular old frozen bananas. As you can see, these are 3 bananas per bag. It was just frozen in these bags a few months ago. As you can see that they were similar to what I had already frozen and showed in the banana prep video. You can look at that one and for some good tips. You can see that they've become brown, so I'm going to show you a few tips real quick. One quick tip to show how you can take any banana bread recipe and just change this one thing. And again, it's any banana bread recipe. You change one thing about how you prepare these bananas, and it will take your banana bread recipe to a whole different level. So stay with us. Okay, the first step in preparing your bananas is that we have to get them back to room temperature. So we're going to take our bags. Even though these are individual freezer bags, I'm going to take another bag that I've had left over from my other banana recipe. Just take them in here and kind of lay them out as flat as possible. You kind of maneuver around a little bit and get as much of the air out as you possibly can. Again, this is just a regular gallon-sized freezer bag, and I'm going to again use the suck out the air with my mouth to make it kind of more flat, more like a one of those bags that you can use with like a food saver bag. So now we've taken most of the air out. I made it flat, so I'm going to just take a regular bowl, and I'm going to set it in the bowl and cover it with hot water, because I cannot heat this because it breaks down the sugars in the bananas and kind of pre-cooks it. So I just want to use as hot tap water as I can get it to be able to kind of get it again back into room temperature. So we will do that, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. We've placed the bananas in the hot water. Now, another reason you want to get all the air out is because, again, air floats, and you don't want the bananas to so much float as you do want to kind of stay in the middle of the warm water so it can kind of melt all that ice. So we need to find something that will weigh it down. So I'm just going to take a regular mason jar and fill it with hot water too, and just set it in the middle. So we'll just set it in the middle and kind of again weigh it down until they are melted. I'll go ahead and put this is just still wanting to float to the top. I'll put a lid on it so it doesn't. This is my canning kitchen, so I have a lot of canning supplies around, so we'll just lay it to the side here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be somewhat submerged to allow for the heat to kind of hit all sides of the bananas, as opposed to just the bottom. So after this has kind of brought our bananas back up to room temperature, I will show you the next step. Okay, next step is we're going to show you what the bananas look like after they've been returned to room temperature. So you can see that they are thawed out completely, but you can see here all that water. So the freezing process has the crystals have broke all those little pouches that hold the water and allow the liquid to escape. So that is what we want. So what we're going to do is take a colander and put it over a pot, and we're going to dump this in slowly. We want the water to kind of go in first before so much of the bananas. Kind of pour it on the side. It allows it to kind of drain. We want all that water off of them. So again, we're going to make a double batch, so we're going to use 6 bananas. So now we have the bananas in our colander here draining. and we want them to set. We kind of move them around a little bit. Just use our hands. Again, like most fruit, bananas are mainly water. So this again was just 6 bananas, and see all that water that has come out of them, and it's still dripping. So we'll let this drip for a few minutes, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, it's able to drip for a little bit now, so we're going to just let this set. I'm going to move this colander over just to be on top of a bowl. This is a bowl that we melted them in, or thawed them in. I washed it and dried it out really good because it will continue to drip in there a little bit, as you can see. So we'll just periodically take that and add it back to the pot. So the next step is to take this water and just put it on the stove and allow it to come to a slow boil. You don't want a rapid boil, you just want to be able to just kind of slowly bring it to heat and let it evaporate. You want to reduce this down. So you want to get the water out of the sugars that are still left in the bananas. So we will get that started, and I'll show you that step here in just a minute. As you can kind of see now, the bananas are boiling, and I just want to reduce the heat to as low as possible, so you can kind of see the bananas starting to separate from the liquid. We don't want to burn it. Most like anything else that you try to reduce, you don't want it to burn, or your banana bread will taste, or banana cake or banana muffins or whatever you're making will taste burnt. We want to just kind of caramelize this. We want to just again reduce the heat, and as you can kind of see when we hang over a little bit that it is steaming quite a bit. So we will go back to it here in just, we will let it reduce a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like in a little bit. As you can see, we have reduced the bananas now. All the water is gone, and it is just like a banana paste now. So we will re-add this to our bananas that were left over, and then basically that is what you add into whatever mix you're going to do. I'm going to make banana bread, so you just add this in the replace, as the recipe calls for 6 bananas. You add this in, and I'll show you some of the next steps of making the banana bread. So that will be in a different video, so I will just click over to that video, and you will see the process of how to make banana bread using the steps that we've just done to reduce these bananas. So please like and subscribe, and we will see you over in the next video.